Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Veronica?
Wow. Hi, Harrison. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no talk. Long time no see. It's been like what? How many hours now? Like 1 week?
Like 12 hours
Yeah, fair.
since we last talked.
Okay. Fair. But welcome. This is episode 71 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make a hype.
Right.
Right.
Hype.
Hype.
Right.
Right. That's
No.
right.
Hype.
No? Hype. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stop. But I'm one of your hosts, Harrison. Oh, sorry. That's my wife walking through the door. If you hear something, it's no big deal. But I'm one of your hosts, Harrison, and I'm joined by Veronica Vo. She's on my left.
On your left.
I don't know.
My
Or
right.
Their left. Their right.
My
left.
right. There. Okay.
This ain't
Directions are hard.
working. I'm trying to change it up, but then I got confused. It's my own fault. But if you're new here, we just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. That really is just cleaning up our never-ending backlog. I forgot we
What
changed
backlog?
that.
Don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a backlog.
My backlog's insane. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but same.
It's about to be more crazy, but that's not what we're talking about today. Don't worry about it. Because some would say we're conversing.
Wow. NgoVo Convo. NgoVo Convo.
It's right above
Got
my
it.
head. Chill. You're probably reading off
Got
of
it.
that. No, you're not.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Got it memorized.
I would too. I mean, it's not that bad. Anyway, but you can watch every episode on youtube.com and listen to it as a podcast by checking out NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. That's
We're on
NgoVo
10
Convo.
different platforms.
All
All
10.
10.
I think all 10.
All 10
Something like that.
popular ones.
All the popular ones, yeah.
Yeah.
So far. But in this episode, we're going to be talking about season 2 of... Hold on, let me open up and get the right name on this because it is kind of long. It is... Oh, no. The Devil is a Part-Timer 2 exclamation marks. Season 2.
Yes, season 2. 2
Is it 2
exclamation
exclamation
marks.
Yeah, is it?
How many exclamation marks do you need?
It's 2. No, it's 2. All right, maybe 1.
Wow.
I'm confused.
I thought it was 1, but
I just had to clarify because of Keijo, remember? That had like 10?
yeah, that had 8.
8. It's an even number, all right? Chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't watched it, it's on Crunchyroll. The whole season is out now, including season 1. Cough, cough.
Cough.
But yeah, go ahead and go watch that, and then come back in a day or two after you watched it. Like that, just click the like button. That's how I save stuff. And then you go back. If you don't like it, unlike it. But most likely you won't.
No, just like it. Stay liked. Stay liked on this channel.
But yeah, but essentially we'll be talking about that. We'll give our non-spoiler thoughts, and then if you hear sirens, that's on my end. My bad. Shit. No, I'm just kidding.
It's them.
It's
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, just give that a listen, and we'll kind of go into more spoiler thoughts after the break. Which, by the way, we are sponsored by Anchor. We'll get into that
Wow.
later.
Wow.
But Veronica.
Harrison.
Not spoiler thoughts. Go.
Well, I
What you
didn't have to wait 9 years for season 2. It was just kind of back to back
I
for
mean,
me.
kind of same. Yeah.
Essentially. So I think it just surprised me. I have heard that it is going, like, it's taking it from the material, like, correctly. We'll get into, like, the season in spoiler thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But that was cute. There are no consequences in this anime.
Right.
Which is, like, I think is pretty cute in, like, a reverse isekai way, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an isekai, but yes.
Yeah,
I get
it's
what
an
you mean.
isekai, yeah. But yeah, that was cute. I thought for me, the pacing was off a little bit, but I binged it, so it wasn't terrible.
You binged the whole thing? Or...
Yeah, I binged the whole thing yesterday. I binged it all.
I think it just cut out for me, but we're going to leave it. But you binged the whole thing.
Yeah, I binged the whole thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. It just...
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Binged the whole thing yesterday. Well, from today, which is Monday, so Sunday. Yesterday. But yeah, it was good. Pacing seemed, as I said before, pacing seemed a little off, but I think that's because I feel like some of like the mini arcs in the season could have been shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get into that later. But how about you? Non-spoiler thoughts.
Yeah, same, essentially the same situation as you. I did not have to wait that long, so I did just kind of, because we watched it for the review and then watched it right after, essentially when it started. So,
which is good timing on us. Oh my God.
Wow. I think we planned this.
Wow.
Huh. Weird. But yeah, no, overall, as always, I think it's the expectation of what you're getting into. Like, it is just one of those just like partially slice of life, partially just like feel good, because it has action and the premise could be like darker and such, but essentially you were still just following like the devil or
his part-time
Satan
life.
and his part-time, essentially just his human life, and that's it, and whoever else he's interacting with. I do agree the pacing was weird because, well, it felt weird. It is one of those things. It's weird because you have to balance the whole just normal life stuff with the incoming
like
plot.
The
overarching
and, like, the
plot
demon stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's still coming and still relevant, but they have to like still address it. But I think what I still enjoy is like just seeing them handle normal everyday stuff and just them
like
being
work
super
and
baffled.
Stress.
Yes. And they're just super baffled by it. So I think those moments are the main reason why I like this anime. And I still appreciate the action. I appreciate like the power, like they have like their quote unquote power up scenes and all
like
that.
Power ups, yeah.
And just somewhat action. So it's still cool to see. But yeah, I think it felt choppy. But again, I guess I still kind of treat this season or this anime with like episodic feels, if that makes sense. So I'm not expecting too much. I'm not. Yeah. I wasn't really bugged out by it because I wasn't expecting like crazy, well written plot at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just a feel good, like you said.
So I wouldn't rate it as harshly, but I also am not like, this is the second coming of like anime.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, and then I still like how they introduce a few people, but it's not like too crazy. So
oh yeah, it's not like 30 new people
coming in. You still get the same cast because of the gap. It's still dealing. You still see some of the old people that were in the original season one, and of course you just see where they are now. But again, it's still like this typical antics of like, hey, the devil has to deal with this now. It's something that we've dealt with for like ever. Or it's like just buying certain things, or like not understanding social norms or like normal cultural stuff. It's just funny. Overall, I think it's still fun to watch. I still had a fun watch. I watched it weekly, so I didn't binge it. Essentially, I still watched it weekly. Okay. It was like one of those like, oh, it's my lunchtime. I'm gonna pull up something to watch.
Time to pull something up.
Yeah. So this was one of those shows. But yeah, overall, I think it was still fine. I'd still recommend watching the show if you're not. This again, I think it's still not one of those you have to watch this. It's just if you're out of stuff, I think I could solidify. It's just one of those fun watches on the side.
Yeah.
One of them side animes.
The side animes, not the main anime, but side anime.
That's where I rank it right now.
No, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
But other than that, I don't want to say too much else. Did you have any other non-spoiler stuff?
I don't.
All right. So with that, we're going to take a quick break to talk about our sponsors before spoilers.
On today's episode, we are sponsored by Anchor. It is a free podcast hosting service that we actually use. We've been using Anchor since we've started the podcast. It's because there are creation tools that allow us to record and edit the podcast right from our phones and computers. A huge plus for us is that Anchor would distribute our podcast to all platforms such as Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, and many more. It really is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one spot. Please download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm, anchor.fm to get started.
And we're back.
Wow, that was a quick one.
Took
a water break.
Quick minute and a half? Something like that.
Took a water break.
But, Veronica, we're gonna...
Harrison.
Now that we can talk about spoilers, I guess I typically have my like go-to stuff for spoilers because we could give a whole synopsis. I guess overall, how would you rate the plot? You said it was choppy.
To me, it felt a little choppy, but it what like since I binged it like fully and didn't watch it weekly, it didn't feel so bad. Like everything connected to each other at one point or another. I just felt like we could have gotten more of like seeing Emmy's mom versus her just being like at the beginning, the very beginning, and then at the very end. Like I wanted more of that, and then like less of like their beach stuff, or like less of their like temporary work.
Yeah, I get that.
Know?
Yeah, I guess if you were to focus on plot, it would be more enticing to see like Lila actually you've seeing how she affects everyone, because it did feel like she shows up occasionally. They hinted it at the very
like
beginning
3 times.
Yeah, essentially 3 or 4 times total.
Yeah,
and that's it. But
and we know Emmy's like background, like her dad died, her mom kind of just went missing at some point, I think. So I mean there's like a hole there for Emmy.
But spoilers.
But
not the
we
case.
are in spoiler territory. Yeah, not the case. She was that creepy lady in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, it's like you didn't know what to expect from her. That's the thing. I was like, is she
exactly, yeah.
evil?
She was very
is she
sus.
good? And then super sus. But now we know that she's an angel. Right? Yeah, she's an angel, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
she's
crazy.
an angel.
And then just I can't remember her name also, because I'm looking at the dad's name, like Justina.
I
like,
forgot.
Nord. Her dad's still alive, which is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, yes.
Why can't I remember? Because she has 2 names. That's why I'd always remember. Amelia
Emmy is her human name.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, Amelia is her like hero name.
Yes.
But
that was. Did you expect that?
That's yes and no. Like I had, that sixth sense when you're watching something and then like a sus character comes in and they're a little older and then they kind of look like the character but not really. That's how I felt, and I was like, is this the mom? Is this a relative? Like, who is this? Turns out I was right.
Yeah. Did they ever allude to Lila's like involvement with Satan in season 1 as much?
No, they didn't.
Right?
All they did was talk about how she was like recruited to the church because her dad was like poor. He was a farmer, but they didn't allude anything to the mom until this season.
Okay.
Like literally the first episode.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because they did just kind of dump her. That was the one thing
No, they did.
Yeah.
Yes.
It felt fast.
That's the right phrase. They did dump her in.
They just like plopped her into the plot. It's like, low.
Here you go. You know what? Lucifer became my favorite this season.
This really? How so?
Yeah.
I guess what changed?
I think it's just like his reactions to everything. He's very like lazy. And I think he was very level-headed at some point, because he was the most non-reactive person in the room. Like he was like thinking over everything like as they should.
Yep.
And not missing a step, and I think that's what made me like him more. But also I just love him in the closet, like just working.
He's so fun.
He's just a fun character.
He's just a fun character.
Yeah.
I do be like that. Yeah, no, I did like him more. I think it was just funny to see like how they went super hard on the fact that he's like a NEET, but then him like poking fun at like freaking Gabriel.
Yes.
I will say I think I liked out of the angels, I think Gabriel was the fun one in this one.
He was the comedic relief at
he
some
was
point.
100%. Like
yeah.
But he was like slightly menacing at some points because you don't know what he can do, because it's always like that character of like super happy go lucky, but like possibly
but then they have like superpowers.
Yeah, probably a freaking psychopath.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. I was like, until the end I was like, okay, it really is just his character. Like he's just like very relaxed.
He was just like that. He was just super relaxed.
Yeah, I guess pacing. Did you have like a favorite section though overall?
I like the part where they forced the group forced him forced Lucifer to work like the last half of the season. I thought that was hilarious because at first he was like, "No, I'm not going to work," and then you put him to work, and he's like one of the hardest like workers there.
Because they essentially went to two places.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the beach.
They had
it's the beach episode.
The beach episode.
Or episodes, something like that. Beach arc.
Yeah, beach arc. I think that was probably my favorite because the bird cameo was like my favorite.
That was so funny.
So cute.
What'd you think of the farming then? Because that's the other work scenario.
I thought it was okay, but at that point, I didn't like how Mao was like it was kind of like a forced triangle between Emmy and what's her name again?
Jiho?
Yes. Because they were eluding it throughout the whole season. And I think in the farming arc, that was where it was the worst for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I felt like it was super forced.
Yeah, I think they kind of just forced that this season. Once they essentially dropped the Alice Ramos.
Yes, the little baby.
Yeah, once they dropped the baby, that was like the whole plug where they're like, oh, they kind of it's like, oh, Emmy and Satan could be together. You don't know.
Yeah.
But then Chiho was like super into it. But it was like, yeah, it's a very forced and obvious triangle. But I
did not like that.
Okay.
It's not my favorite.
Do you have a ship for that still, or has that changed?
Has not changed. Still Emmy.
Still Emmy.
Still think yeah. Because I honestly think she has feelings for him. Because just the way she reacts this season. I feel like. Yeah. But like it's just the way she reacts, especially in this season.
This season,
it was like very noticeable on like the audience side.
Yeah.
But how about you? Ships, arcs, all your favorites.
I don't remember what I said in season 1. Honestly, I don't remember if it was Chiho or I think now it's still. If I said Chiho now, it just feels more like it should be Emmy, I guess, if I were to ship. But my actual ship that I was all in for is still what's her name? I forgot her name. But essentially I can't remember their names all of a sudden because I keep mixing it up.
The side couple?
The side couple. It's like the Emmy's friend and then Alcio. I don't remember what it is. I swear I don't remember. Like I think Ashia is his. Oh yeah, Ashia is his Japanese name. Yeah, Ashia.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm all in. Like him and Rika. I think that's what's her name.
Oh, we're bad at names. This is very. Let me open it.
Yep. Nope. Rika. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was all in on that. Like that's the one I was like.
Same.
I'm like, if I have a ship, that's the one I'm caring about right now. I think.
But they did that one really well.
Yeah.
That couple.
Yes. But the fact that like she's like slowly also getting into him, I was like, yes, this is what I live for.
Yes, but he's so oblivious.
100%.
He's like, yeah.
Oh no. I mean both Sato and like Ashia are just when they're just focused.
Monkey brain.
They're 100% monkey brain. Yeah. But I guess overall, yeah, it was kind of jumpy. It did just kind of force them. Again, I think it's fun seeing them in those situations, but it did. Mm-hmm. I can see how it just feels like it's just point A, point B, point C.
Yeah.
A. C.
Yep. Back to B.
Yeah.
Back to C.
But I think out of all mine, I like the beach episode.
I knew it. Beach episodes are your favorite.
No, not always.
For the plot.
Not always.
For the plot. I'm gonna tell your wife.
She knows.
I know she knows.
But no, this one was just funny to see like because okay, I think the beach episode make more sense than the farming one. I think the farming one just kind of happened while the beach one was like the first point of like, oh, they need money. But then the farming one just happens to be like, oh, they need another reason to like get them together. If that makes sense.
Yeah, basically link everyone.
Yeah. But I also liked the beach one for the new chick that they brought up.
Oh yes.
Amane.
Yes.
Goro? Yeah. Yeah.
The spirit lady.
Yes.
As I would like to call it. She was great.
Yeah. Nice character design, everything. It's good. Like it.
Nice character design. Okay.
That's a big-
She had a ponytail. That's his type.
Shush.
Through and through.
Shush you. I don't like this. I came here for a safe space. What are you talking about?
This is a safe space to
yeah.
roast.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the main. I mean, no, not the main reason. I like the beach
Little slip up
aspect
there.
of it.
A little slip up there, Harrison.
Anyway, but yeah, you like the yeah. So beach for me and yeah for you and
Yep. Beach for me too. Yep.
But no, Lucifer. I think Lucifer also has like you mentioning it. I think Lucifer did. Character went up. I liked it too.
Oh yeah, 100%. And the baby was cute. Did you like the baby?
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask for pluses or negatives first, and then positives.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the positive is just watching Alice Ramos like just interact with everything. Like she's super
I
adorable.
agree.
But
She's
it's
so
just
cute.
it is weird. I felt weirded out to just like the rest of like the characters where it's like, oh yeah, she keeps calling like they kind of explain it. They kind of touch it, but they're like, oh, it's essentially the daughter of the clan.
Church clan or something.
No. Or
Right.
they claim how she's like the daughter of like Satan and Emmy.
Oh yeah, and Emmy,
Yeah.
the hero.
So that is weird, but I got used to it over time. I was like, all right, it's fine. Because then they explained what she is and all this stuff. So
Yeah, it was cute. She
was cute.
was basically like the cutest little baby.
super cute. I wonder how. Do you have any predictions on how season 3 is gonna go?
I don't, but after reading the comments on the second or on the last episode, it seems like it's going to be like a ramp up. Like it's just gonna be back to back,
Hype.
nonstop hype. Yeah, like the plot will go back to like
Being
how like why Mao is there.
it does no it they kind of alluded to it at the very end. So
Yeah,
the whole scenario is kind of like very meh, but what they reveal is just like I think what they reveal is the most important. Like how they revealed Emmy's dad is still alive, and they revealed that Lila essentially set up that Satan would be stuck on Earth
stuck on Earth
on
Yep.
purpose. So like it shows that this is all not by chance, which I think is important. I think that's what makes the anime, or what is going to make the anime way more interesting.
Yeah. This season felt like a filler
It
season.
did, yes.
And slash like setting up, because I haven't read the manga, but I heard like I said, it's gonna set up for something big.
Yeah, I feel like this first few seasons is just it's just super lax and very like slice of lifey, but it is just setting up for stuff, and I think it's about to like ramp
might
up,
hit the
like you
fan.
said. It might hit the fan soon.
Yeah.
Because they keep saying like how heaven is like having us, it's fighting it against itself in a sense. But
They're
then
having issues.
they're having issues, and then like the demons are also having issues, but not the same kind of issues. It's just like they're all fragmented
Yeah.
in a sense. So, yeah. And I guess how did you feel about the ending overall though? We kind of touched on what it revealed, but did you feel like it was? How'd you feel?
It was okay. I see why they had Layla had to use Chiho
Yeah.
as like what is it called? She basically like implanted herself
Oh.
into Chiho. What's the
yeah.
word?
Like Avatar or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you all know. As I'm like
She used her as a host, kind of like she.
Yes, host, basically. I was like, what's this thing? And then YouTube, everyone's gonna be like, what's going on?
Same
That's
though.
a
Me
bit
too, though.
right there. But yeah, I feel like she didn't need to use Chiho as like a host. Like she could have just appeared in front of them as herself.
Yeah, I think they had to essentially just prop up Chiho
Chiho.
To make
Yeah,
her
she has
relevant.
powers now.
right now.
And like I said, it makes sense because Chiho is part of the group. She's part of like the main 5 or 6 like main group basically. But yeah, that part I just didn't understand that much. Yeah, that's about it.
I think it really was just to prop her up as a character. because it's like she's there as like the glue, but she hasn't taken any that much action
Yeah.
in a sense. Because in the first
she's
season,
only a human.
yeah, again, in the first season, it really was just like she was the damsel along with Emmy to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
While
Yeah.
here, it's like I think it's just they want to power boost her too, which is fine.
Yeah.
And I guess because I think the ending was kind of like put together. Just kind of put together. I think the whole season was kind of just put together. It was held like these are the loose threads that we're just kind of pulling together to like, hey, this is why it's important. But
they're doing it close to the manga source, so this is like truly what the manga is.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But again, my expectations for this kind of stuff for this anime wasn't really that high, so I'm not bashing on it too much. Yeah, I think it could be better, but also I don't expect it to like be like super crazy plot points where it's like, oh, we're gonna refer back to this. Oh, you should have paid attention. You know, it's like that kind of level.
Yeah. But not like Bleach.
Please. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's good. I think it's just a fun one. I'm more excited to see season 3.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad it's just back. I think I'm just glad it's back. You know,
me
like
too.
It's actually
It took them
continuing.
long enough.
Took them almost a decade. Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
But other than that, I don't have anything else. Do you have any closing thoughts?
I don't. Go
don't?
watch it if you want to. We are not forcing you.
If you have anything else, if you don't have anything else, I'd say just watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not in this day and age, though. October's insane, but we'll talk about that some other time. All right, but yeah, I'm just gonna close it out then. Thank you for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon at NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and notification bell to get updates for when we upload.
Wow.
And subscribe, the big red button right below Veronica.
Below me.
But yeah, other than that, just let us know how we're doing, what you want to see next.
What you want to watch?
We don't want to. I was like, watch what you want us to read, watch, play,
read,
whatever.
play.
Bye.
Bye.